Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to make a magic circle or magic ring as it's sometimes referred to. So what is a magic ring or magic circle? Well, basically it's a bunch of stitches which can either be single crochet, half double crochet or double crochet worked onto a loop, and it's magic because you can pull the tail yarn like so and it tightens it up like that, and then you can see it becomes your beginning of your first round. And then you slip stitch into the first one and continue round that way as if you're making a hat or whatever. So let's show you how to do that. So you start exactly the same way as my slip knot, which I'll link to in the description below. So you wrap the yarn around these two fingers and overlap, holding it here. I tend to hold this with these two fingers. And then we go underneath the first piece of yarn, over the top of the second, and pull up, twisting your hook up as you come through. And then I hold this stitch with this finger, and then I go underneath the yarn and pull through my loop to finish technically the first single crochet stitch. So I'll show you that again from the beginning. So you wrap the yarn round as if doing a slip knot, holding it there. You go underneath the first yarn, over the top of the second, and pull up. And then holding that in place, you then hook your yarn over like that, and then pull through your loop to finish your first single crochet. But a little secret I'll let you into, I don't actually count this as a stitch. When my patterns say work 10 single crochet into a magic circle or whatever, I don't actually count this as a stitch. And the reason for that is because when you've finished your magic ring, you've pulled it to tighten it, and you're slip stitching in to join the round, this is actually surprisingly difficult to find. And I found that if you just use that as a dummy stitch and then work your 10 single crochet, say, it's actually a lot easier then to find your stitch you need to slip stitch into, and it doesn't affect your magic circle in any way that I've noticed. So what we're now going to do is work 10 single crochet into the magic circle. So we don't count that one. So we put our hook through our loop, and we catch this yarn which we're holding with these fingers, and you want to make sure that that little nubbin keeps it stays down there. If it starts flipping over like that, it can make it very difficult to make sure your stitches are neat. So try and keep the base of that stitch to that side so it doesn't slip round. So just put your hook through, keep your finger there to stop that moving up. Just easier said than done. So what we do is we then hook our yarn through and up. So we've got 2 loops on the hook, and then hook our yarn again and bring it through both loops to finish the first single crochet. So it's the next one is to work our second single crochet. So we put our hook through the loop, grab the yarn with your hook and pull it through and up. So we've got 2 loops like so. Hold them with your finger and grab the yarn again and pull it through both loops. You might want to hold it just to guide it through like so. Then the hook goes through the loop again. Oops. Catch the yarn, pull it through and up. Catch the yarn again and bring it through both loops. And the more stitches you do, the easier it does get. So because you kept that one neat to start with, these work in a lot better and a lot neater. So we go through the loop, grabbing our yarn and pulling it through, holding our stitches, grab the yarn again and pull through both loops as if doing a normal single crochet. So there we now have 4, and can you see, because we've hidden that very first stitch, you can clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches nice and clear, and we're not going to be hunting around to try and find that tiny little stitch in there. So let's do another 6. So try and keep that yarn there tight in those fingers, so you put fingers through and then just hold the rest of the yarn with those fingers. We go through and hook, through, hold, hook again and finish. And when you get a few, you might find it easier to just put it a little and then just to work normally like so. That can be a bit easier after a while. So go through, pull through, 7, 8, 9, the last one, 10. Okay, so you just flatten your ring, and then what we need to do then is we can sort of make sure this hole disappears as we push our stitches nice and neatly together, and then pull our tail yarn like so. I'm using a very thick yarn, so there might be still a little hole appearing. And there we have it. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And all we need to do now to join is slip stitch into our first stitch. We don't have to hunt around for that one, we can just go straight into the nice clear one like so. So we go through both. Grab our yarn, pull through that loop as well to do a slip stitch. And there we have it, a magic circle.